Welcome to today's series. We are going to be moving a little bit more from a weight-bearing perspective today. You know, I have a body type that really likes to flow and go through these sort of creative, fluid movements, but sometimes we need a little bit more toning, strengthening, and centering. So that's what today is about. Not very long, but definitely going to be effective. So we're going to begin on our hands and knees. So remember, any of these moves that don't feel right for you, you need to modify. So if that means you need kneeling pads, or if you need to not be on your wrists, but to be on your fists or something like that, those are all options that are available for you. So we're going to begin just with a little bit of a stretch of our back first. So we're going to raise the tail and raise the chest bone toward the ceiling, and just get a nice length through your upper back. And then from there, we're going to curl the tail and curl the head towards each other. So we'll just do that again, just stretching out the spine in one direction. So feeling the front of the abdominal wall lengthen, and then stretching out the back of the spine as we go through the rounding. And we'll just do that one more time, although I think I already said that, so it's lengthen long. And in these positions of moving your spine, you don't want to be moving your body forward and backward, but staying steady on your hands and on your knees. From here, we're going to tuck our toes under, and we're going to go into a stretch of taking the hips back towards the ceiling. The knees are very bent and your arms are lengthening, and maybe you're getting your chest to come toward your thighs. And then we're going to lower the knees all the way back down again. So again, we'll hover the knees up and send the hips backward, feeling all 5 fingers present on the mat, nice and long from baby finger all the way towards your underarm, and then returning to the mat again. So we'll do that one more time as we hover the knees and then push the body backward. So this is working well into your shoulder joints. And of course, there's a lot of strength around your mid-body and around your legs to be holding that shape. And then coming back towards the floor. From here, untuck your toes, and we're going to go back into what was one of our very first movements as an infant or as a crawling baby, and that is crawling. So we're just going to take our crawling position toward the back side of your mat, and then crawling forward. And as we do, what you're looking for is to time your movements of your hands and your opposite knee. So as you go forward or as you're going backward. So if you're not used to doing this action, it's interesting how your brain can sort of stop and start. So just laugh at yourself if you're feeling like, oh my goodness, how do I do that? Because it's just really going back to our functional design. There, I nearly went same arm, same leg. So, you know, it happens to all of us. And it's not that you can't do same arm and same leg, but, you know, when we work through these cross patterns, this is the foundation of how we go about, one, with our brain development, and two, with how we then are walking up on 2 feet. All right, so let's do a little bit of a challenge now as we walk ourselves out on our toes. So the knees are going to hover, and we're still going to do the same pattern out to the edge and then coming back again. So we're going to try and stay on the knees. If you need to, you can always go down for a little rest. And this is challenging enough on its own that if you can't quite remember to coordinate to use the starting opposite arm and leg each time, don't worry. Just do whatever is coming to you, seeing if you can stay at a similar height rather than sending your bottom higher up into the air. Woo! And then coming down. Like I said, it's going to be a bit of a challenging move for today. And then coming back more into the center. So with strength, I still like to find flexibility and flow. So from this angle, what we're going to do is we're going to drop both elbows down to the mat, and then bring the arms back up. So as you begin, your elbow creases will probably face forward. Will give you the best bend of your elbow. If you turn your elbow creases to each other, when you bend, you'll notice that your elbows go wide. So if you didn't make that happen, make your elbow creases go forward, and again, down to the mat and up. So we're going to keep going with that for about 2 more. And maybe your heart rate is as high as mine is right now from that little bear crawl out. and then back again. So now we're going to do alternating arms. So we're going to drop down onto one and lift, and drop down onto the other and lift. So as you're doing the dropping, there is a slight rotation coupled with a slight side bend happening. So just feeling how one side maybe comes down smoother than the other. And just be amazed at how your body starts to organize itself around the movement pattern you're doing. All right, so from here, we're going to now replace our elbows to the floor where our hands are. So we'll go elbow, elbow, and hand, hand. Stay with the same pattern. So left, right, right, and one more time, left, right, right, and then change, starting right, left, and right, left, left. One more time around like that, and then coming back. So from here, we're going to go into a rotation. So taking your right hand and threading your arm all the way through, going into the elbow bend on the left, and then bringing yourself up and open your arm up towards the ceiling. And then again, bend and look through the gap, and then raising your arm upward toward the ceiling. Now you'll find one side again potentially goes further in either the rotation down or the twisting up. Bring your right hand down. Let's go the other way. Left hand goes through the gap and coming up and looking high. Now, the important things again is that the pelvis is staying relatively balanced over your knees. So you don't want to be swinging your hips around as this is happening. This is all in that upper body framework. And then bringing yourself closed. Keeping the hands on the ground. From here, we're going to walk one foot out into a toe tuck behind you. So feeling strong through that leg, feel like you're pushing your heel away from you, and then pull the knee back in. And again, the other side lengthens and stretch it out, and then bringing it back. So we'll go again one more time, just like this to each side. This is your preparation. Now, if you need to, this is where you stay, of course. But otherwise, as we straighten the left leg, we're going to hold that shape. Make sure you're strong through the leg. Don't let anything else change in terms of height of your body as the other leg goes out. And then left knee under, right knee under. So we'll push out with the right leg, hold your frame, and then press out with the left. Fold the right, fold the left. So if you are in a good position, you should notice that you're not collapsed between your shoulders. Your head is higher than the shoulders and higher than the pelvis. So again, left side lengthen, right side lengthen, left side under, right side under. One more time around with the right and the left and the right and the left. So we're going to go out again. I'm going to have my back towards you in a moment. Left leg out, right leg out. Bring the 2 feet together, spin onto the 2 heels and come back to the center. Then spin onto the right underfoot and back to center. Spin to the left and hold and raise the right arm up. Bring the right arm down and back to middle. And then onto the right bottom foot, bring the left arm up, bring the left arm down and spin to center. One more time each side, twist and reach and down and middle. And one more time, twist and lift and down and center, and then bringing the knees back to the floor. By now, you'll probably want and need a bit of a toweling down of your face perhaps, and then also just maybe moving through your fingers and hands. That was a lot of work through our upper body, so well done if you made it with me. So for a little bit of a stretch, we're going to take our fingers, lace them together, and just push them away from us. Stay with the fingers laced, raising the arms up towards the ceiling. We're going to do a side bend over towards one side, stretching all the way down the side of your arm, into the side of your body, into your hip, and then back up into sitting and switch over to the other side. Nice long lengthen. Big breath in, big breath out. And back up again. Take the fingers and lace them in the opposite way or behind you. Stretch the arms away from you, raising the chest bone up, drawing the shoulders back and moving your arms as far away as you feel comfortable, and then relax everything. So even though this is a beautiful stretch of our upper body, this is how we started our session today, sort of arching in our upper back. Remember that you've got to go where you've got to go, and then resting back down from there. All right, well, I had fun. I got a bit of a sweat up. I feel fabulous through my circulation system. I hope you feel amazing too, and I will see you soon.